Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today is October the 11th. Wow, the month is really slipping by. I hope you've had a great weekend and are enjoying yourself and getting some rest. Today is my last day in Boston. I will be flying back home this afternoon, and I'm had a good time here, but I'm ready to be back home with my boys and my beautiful dog Sarge. So today I have a very good story from North Carolina. I think you guys will like it. So I will read most of this. I'll put a link in the description box like I always do. There's no video with this one, but there are some nice photos that go along with it. It is a really good story. And then I have a few quotes, and I'll tell you why I put those quotes in here today. So this is called Baker Delivers Free Birthday Cakes to Homeless People. And you can probably guess why I like this story. Manolo Betancourt, owner of Manolo's Bakery in Charlotte, North Carolina, has been giving out cakes to his homeless neighbors for more than 12 years. And this story is from last week, so it's really current. Manolo Betancourt believes everyone deserves a birthday cake. I arrived to America 25 years ago and didn't speak any English, and I didn't have any money in my pocket, Betancourt, owner of Manolo's Bakery in Charlotte, North Carolina, tells Today.com. He left his birth country of Colombia to attend college in Tennessee. Years after going to school, he got married, moved to North Carolina, and in 2005, bought his bakery. We're the oldest immigrant Latino bakery in the Carolinas, he says. Through his bakery, Betancourt has sold tres leches, tortilleta, and cheesecakes to his customers, while simultaneously giving back to his community. For 12 years, he's been donating cakes to celebrate the birthdays of those experiencing homelessness in his city. We don't call them homeless, he says. They're our neighbors. Betancourt says it all started when he approached a charity called Raise You Up Ministries, a nonprofit focused on the needs of chronically homeless people in the greater Charlotte area, to ask them where they were getting cake for people's birthdays. And he offered to donate from his bakery. What an amazing thing to do. Now he serves vanilla sheet cakes, some with caramel, some with peaches inside, whenever a birthday comes up. To me, that was the coolest idea ever, because nobody thinks about their birthdays, Betancourt says. This year, Betancourt and his employees delivered their 300th cake, marking a hard-fought milestone. He thinks back to one experience that makes it all worth it. Somebody from the nonprofit approached me one day and said, "Manolo, are you the cake guy?" he says. When he nodded, the employee told him that the last person he delivered a cake to cried and said it was the first time he had ever had a birthday cake in his life. Betancourt says that was the most important cake in his bakery. And I'll put a link to that in the description box, and you can check out some of the pictures and things like that. So bravo to Manolo Betancourt and his bakery and his family for doing something that they don't have to do. And of course, that is an expense that his family bakery incurs with every cake they give away for free. And baking cakes like that cannot be an inexpensive thing to do when you give away over 300 of them. So God bless him and his bakery for doing that. So I've been moving around the city of Boston for the last 4 days, and if you're ever in a big city, any big city, you know there's always a lot of construction, and Boston is no exception to that. Every time I come here, it's construction and construction. And so I thought some quotes about not construction but about doing things. So I'll read a couple of these, and then I'll talk about one other thing that I had on my mind a lot lately. But so this is about doing things, I guess. Henry Ford said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." Yoda, a very wise thing, said, "Do or do not, there is no try." And Confucius, The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. So I like those quotes, and it just reminded me, with all the construction going on everywhere around us, the idea is to just get started with whatever the task is and to keep doing it and not give up. So I hope that encourages some of you who may be in the middle of doing something not to give up and to be patient with those people and those groups of people who are doing things or in the middle of things. The other thing I had on my mind was a quote from Blaise Pascal. Most of you may not know who he was, but you probably have heard a famous quote by him that gets mischaracterized and paraphrased a lot. And I can't read my own handwriting, it's so small, but you've probably heard it paraphrased something to the effect as, we're all trying to fill God-shaped holes with things that aren't God. And that is certainly true. And that is not a bad characterization of what he actually said 400 years ago almost, but that is not the whole quote. What he actually said in his book called Pences is, and this is the quote, "What else does this craving and this helplessness proclaim but that there was once in man a true happiness, of which all that now remains is the empty print and trace. This he tries in vain to fill with everything around him, seeking in things that are not there, the help he cannot find in those that are, though none can help, since this infinite abyss can be filled only with an infinite and immutable object, in other words, by God himself." So certainly you could paraphrase it by shortening it down and saying we're filling God-shaped holes with everything but God, but that's not, you miss a lot of what Pascal was saying if you do that. So think about that, Let's not try to fill God-shaped holes with every other thing in the universe except for God. Anyway, God loves you, and he has a lot for you that isn't something other than himself. I hope you have a good weekend and get some rest, and I hope to see you tomorrow. And I did want to remind you, if you like what I'm doing, or if you think what I'm doing is worthwhile, please like it, please share and subscribe and recommend it to other people, because that's the only way that YouTube will pick up on the algorithm and recommend it to other people who might type something in their search bar that might be looking for anything at all related to what I'm trying to do. Otherwise, my channel won't grow, and it won't be able to be shared with anyone else. So if you appreciate what I'm trying to do, or you agree with it, please like and share. Pass it on to other people. And if you don't, and you think there's a better way for me to do it, I'm an old Army guy. I can certainly take it. Please give me some ideas of how we can make this better for all of us. All right? Hope to see you next time.